For those who are unfamiliar about the conference, Sandy, I'm going to start with you. What's it all about?
So the Mackinac Policy Conference is a 40-plus year tradition, and the Detroit Regional Chamber just happens to be the stewards of this wonderful statewide convening. It is Michigan's center stage. It is Michigan's annual and largest convening of leaders, not just corporate, but political, civic, and philanthropic. And the whole concept from day one of the conference has always been to take a look at where Michigan needs to go. And over the years, a lot of big things have happened there, including the Gordie Howe International Crossing, the signing of auto reform. So a lot of big things have happened there, and we're excited to see what happens this year.
So Suzanne, as chair of the conference, you are fundamentally a part of the theme, which of course is bridging the future together this year. What does that mean to you? What does that look like?
For me, I started my first career as a civil engineer. Many people don't know that. And so I've always loved bridges, but I also love what they represent. And it really means collaboration, working together towards a common goal. I think you have to build bridges to really spur innovation and results. So for me, it means it's the foundation of our ability to move the state forward.
2024, of course, is a presidential election year. I'm curious what it means to be able to bridge community together in what feels like such polarizing times.
That was a big part of why I really wanted to pitch that theme as well. Because it's an election year, we're going to have lots of politicians on the island. So I'm hoping they're going to really lean in and hear how business leaders, philanthropic leaders, and others are thinking about working together. I mean, look at our state. We have so many fabulous examples of different parties and groups coming together to make big things happen. Henry Ford, health system development, Michigan Central Station, even Bedrock and GM coming together to keep GM downtown. I mean, these are perfect examples that we need our legislative body and politicians to, recognize. We have to do it together. We can't be divisive.
In Michigan, as we talk about moving the state forward, leaning into moving the state forward, last year we talked a lot about population growth. I'm curious what you think that kind of resonating topic is going to be coming out of the conference after everyone leaves, the sort of goal that you want people to take away from Mackinac Island, Suzanne, once they're back downstate.
I want them to realize that we have more in common than we disagree upon. We all want great schools. We all want safe communities. We want our businesses to prosper. We want talent that is ready to work and move our businesses forward. I'm hoping they realize that, and then we focus on solutions. That's really my hope. I hope everybody comes back energized and motivated to work together.
And Sandy, how might that motivation affect folks in Southeast Michigan, particularly when they get back?
Well, really, just to expand on what Suzanne said, this is really about, answering the question, what is it going to take to grow our population and retain, especially our young, high-flying talent? And if you frame the question that way and not in a political sense, there's some pretty obvious solutions about innovation and entrepreneurship, educational achievement, the value of a 2-year degree, 4-year degree, or even a skilled certificate. I mean, these are the kinds of things that Democrats and Republicans should be rallying around. These are the things that the civic community, the business community, and the philanthropic community should be rallying around. And what we need to do is, once we recognize that these are the solutions, let's get aligned, because there's too much of this happening here and this happening here. The conference brings people together.
So folks at home can watch the conference via Detroit PBS and all the One Detroit coverage, so not to miss anything. But Suzanne, of course, as chair, I have to ask you, what are you most looking forward to?
That's a tough question because we have so much rich content. But I hope everyone will tune in for Secretary Raimondo. The Commerce Secretary will be speaking. And the Commerce Department's mission is to spur good-paying jobs, empower entrepreneurs, and make American businesses more competitive. Well, we need all of that right here in Michigan. So I think that will be a key session.
Sandy, you gonna choose a favorite?
Yeah, so just very quickly, I would say Secretary Raimondo is a highlight for me as well. I served as the Assistant Secretary of Commerce under President Bush, and I've had the chance to spend the time with the current Secretary. Excited to welcome her to the conference. Suzanne Clark, who serves as the CEO of the U.S. Chamber, very excited to have her. Paul Ryan, who's going to be interviewed by our friend Harold Ford Jr. And my personal favorite probably is going to be Chuck Todd from NBC News.
Watch One Detroit, Thursday at 7:30 p.m.
You can find more at onedetroitpbs.org or subscribe to our social media channels and sign up for our One Detroit newsletter.